Hello beautiful people and welcome back to the channel. It's been a while. Happy New Year everyone. If you're a new subscriber, thank you for hitting the subscribe button, and if you're an old subscriber, thank you for staying tuned to the channel. In this video we're going to be making this bubu dress that comes with an adire and a Aso Oke. Stay tuned. So let's get right into the video. Firstly, our Aso Oke, then we take your crepe fabric, which is 1.5 yard, then your Kampala, which I use 2 yard, then take your scissors, your tape rule, and your chalk. So here I've folded the clothes into 4, and then you take your measurement from your center back to 2 inches after your elbow. So here I'm going to be using 22 inches. Just going ahead to mark the 22 inches here, and then I'm going ahead to mark it at the lower part as well. So the length is 30 inches. I use the length of the fabric. So after that, we're going ahead to take the neck measurement, which I used 3 inches for the wideness. And then I took 1 inch for the depth. So after that, I'll go to the end of the shoulder and I'm going to take 2 inches. That's for the shoulder slope of the dress. So then I'll connect the neck measurement to the shoulder slope. So after that, I went ahead to cut it out. So here I was just cutting out the measurement sticking. So after that, I'll go ahead to take the front and the back fabric separately. Then I'm going to go ahead to cut the neck measurement. So for the front measurement, we're going to go ahead to take 6.5 inches. So depending on the measurement you want and how deep you want the dress to be, you can use 7 inches, 7.5, 8 inches, depending on what you want. And then I just connected the lines together in a triangular shape because I wanted the V neck, and then I cut that out. So after that, we'll go ahead to the back. So here I was just checking if the neck was going to fit, if it was going to enter my head. So I realized it wasn't going to enter my head, so I went ahead to reduce the back measurements by 1 inch as well. So here now we'll take our Aso Oke. Here we've already gone ahead to join our Aso Oke. The flap, it's a long flap, and then we join that together. So it's 2 flaps. Then we'll go ahead to take the measurement we want to use. So here I'm taking the length to be 23 inches. So here I've marked the 23 inches, then I'll go ahead to cut it out. So after cutting, we'll go ahead to fold our Aso Oke into 2. And then we'll place our front piece. And then we'll go ahead to place our front piece on the Aso Oke. Make sure all the edges are aligning while placing it. That's to have an accurate measurement. So then we'll go ahead to cut that out. So here I've gone ahead to cut it out. I used the gum to just give weight on the fabric. So after that, you go ahead to fold you still leave your Aso Oke folded. Then you go ahead to the end of the Aso Oke. Go ahead to take 1 inch so as to make the ends not a straight line. So after that, you just go ahead to cut it out. We'll just go ahead to cut that out. So here we're done with our Aso Oke. So the next thing is to take your adire print. In this case, you could either use an Ankara print or a flowery crepe. You could use a flowery silk as well, depending on your choice. So here I'm going ahead to fold my adire into two. So here I used just 2 yards. If you want it to be way fuller, you could use 3 yards, but you have to join. But I used 2 yards here. So the next thing you do is you go ahead to take the measurement of the adire you'll be needing. So you're going to be taking your full length measurement minus 30 inches. You know, for the crepe we use 30 inches. So 30 inches minus your full length. So that's what you're going to be taking. Then here I'm just going ahead to open up the other side that was closed after cutting out the measurement. Now the fabric is going to be in 2 pieces. You go ahead to hem the 2 sides, not join them together, but hem the upper part and the lower part. Then after that I went ahead to turn the back with ribbon, and then for the front I've gone ahead to join the Aso Oke to the fabric. So here I'm going ahead to just notch that out, to notch it, not notch it out, to notch it. Make sure while notching you don't cut over the thread. So after that you go ahead to turn your clothes. So after turning it, I went ahead to get the center of the cloth so as to make sure the Aso Oke is aligning to the center of the dress, so I don't put it in the wrong direction. So after that I'm going ahead to pin it down. So after pinning it down, I'll just go ahead to fold the lower part of the Aso Oke because of the rough edges, so I can sew that down. I'm just folding it in by 1/2 inches. So after folding it, I'm going to go ahead to use an hemming gum to iron it. So here I was just cutting out the hemming gum. So after that I went ahead to iron it. So here I'm already done ironing the Aso Oke to the crepe fabric, and then I'll go ahead to sew that down round. So I'm back from stitching that down. So yeah, I was just removing the pin as well. So the next thing is to put that aside and then you go ahead to take your 2 pieces of Aso Oke. You can either weave it if you have an industrial weaving machine, or you hem it. So I didn't have, so I went ahead to hem it on both sides. So after that I'll put that aside. Then we'll go ahead to take our crepe fabric and hem the lower part as well. So after that we'll go ahead to take our Aso Oke, and then we'll place it on the crepe, and you go ahead to gather it on the crepe by 1 inch. You give it a 1 inch space, and then you go ahead to do it for both the front and the back of the dress. So after that, this is what it looks like. So because my adire was not much, the gathers is not so full. So after that we'll go ahead to join the shoulders together. So here I've gone ahead to join the shoulders together, and here's what we have after that. So after that we'll go ahead to hem the sides of the dress. So here I've gone ahead to hem the side of the dress. Then we'll go ahead to take the body measurement. So the next thing we'll do is, so after that you take your widest measurement divided by 4 plus 5 inches. So you take from you take your measurement from the center of the dress. So from the center of the dress, you take the measurement to mark it. So I took mine from the center of the dress. So I measured the side and it was 6 inches. So it was convenient for me to take 6 inches from the side. So then from the shoulder area, I took 10 inches. So I marked that down. So after that, in the adire area, you go ahead to just take your slit measurement from the end of the dress. So from the end of the dress, you mark 15 inches just for ease, for you to be able to move your legs very well. Then you go ahead to just continue taking the measurement. Because of the gathers, I was unable to continue taking that 6 inches. So I just went ahead to sew that down on both sides. I did that as well for the other side. So here's what we have. This is what our dress looks like after we've joined all of it together. Thank you for staying tuned. Thank you for watching. See you in our next video. Bye.